What up and welcome to Nate's Escape. Today I am talking about my camera bag and I'm just going to show you all the gear that I use and talk about the camera bag and go through that. I absolutely love these videos that other YouTubers make, so I thought why not make one myself. Now straight off the bat to start, this is the Lower Pro 450 AW Pro Tactic version 2 from memory. I'll put all the stuff down in the description below so you'll be able to easily find it. Just copy and paste it and chuck it into Amazon or eBay or whatever. I've used a lot of camera bags in the past and this is just the one that I've come to love and the one that I've stuck with. I always put these fragile stickers on the bag if I'm flying because I have had flight attendants literally pick up my bag and throw it into another. I know, like they shouldn't do that in the first place, let alone with a camera bag. So I always put those everywhere just to make sure they know and to give them some warning. So first off, right here I have this little clip that actually comes with the bag, and this is my Manfrotto Pixie Evo 2. This is awesome to just be able to screw onto your camera or also use while like vlogging, and the arms also extend out. Now unfortunately this was not hefty enough to be able to carry my 1DX Mark II, so I have just been using this with my EOS R, and that's the camera I have been using lately. When I was using my 1DX Mark II, I used to use a GorillaPod 5K and that can hold a lot more weight, but I find that they collapse quite easily and it's just, you don't want to be risking your lenses with things that are just going to collapse on you all of a sudden. Now on the side I have this is the P1 LED vlogger light. I'll put a link down in the description below. I talked about this light. This is absolutely amazing. It's got all these different settings and effects and you can just, it's an amazing light, and it comes with this little carry bag that you can just kind of strap onto the side of your camera bags if they've got these little loop things like this bag has. And then we'll turn it over and get into the good stuff. Now I absolutely love how this camera bag opens from the inside. It makes things harder to steal, and all the loops on here, I'll actually put those little travel locks on so people can't actually access the bag unless they have the code. And I've done that when traveling to like Bali and places that you might get pickpocketed, and that's just an awesome tip and an awesome feature that they've done with these things. Now right here, I'll talk about the camera first. This is the 1DX Mark II, but I just put this in here as an example because lately I've been using the EOS R. So the EOS R would be in here with a 16 to 35 millimeter lens, and that's the f4 version. The reason why I use the f4 version is because it has image stabilization. So I'm currently shooting on the EOS R now, and that's why it isn't in there. Next up, I always carry around this portable charger. This is the Rav Power 26,800 milliamp hour charger. It also has USB-C. Make sure you get the one with the USB-C charger because that will actually fast charge your phone compared to the other ones. This is definitely the best charger. And you can also charge it through USB-C or by the other one here, just the normal USB input, but it charges a lot faster with this. I mean, it's only like a few hours to charge and it charges your phone like insanely fast. And I also keep a lot of my camera gear charged with that thing too. Like, there's nothing worse than when you're out on the road and you realize that one of your mics is dead or something like that, and you can just get this guy out and charge it in your car or whatever. So next up, I'm actually right now I'd have Rode Wireless Go microphones, but I'm currently recording this now with that. Those would normally be here in this bag, but I'm recording with that. But I mainly use this. The only reason why I'm using the Rode Wireless Go's right now is because I'm quite far away from the camera, and shotgun mics only really work well when they're up close and personal. Anyway, this mic is the Rode Wireless Pro Plus. This is absolutely amazing. I pretty much use this 99% of the time unless I'm shooting in a shot like this, like I say. I love that it's all rechargeable, unlike the old one where you had to get those 9-volt batteries, and if you forget to turn it off, the battery will drain itself. This automatically turns on when you turn on your camera and automatically turns off when you turn off your camera. And I think I've used this for like months and months and months on end, and I've never had to charge it. I think I've charged it like once or maybe twice in the whole time I've had it. Now here is the 24-70. I absolutely love this lens too. This is good for B-roll. This, once again, is the f4 version. Now the reason why I keep getting the f4 versions is because they have image stabilization, and this also has a macro mode. You can like flip this little switch on the side and turn the lens, and you can shoot in macro, and I absolutely love macro for like B-roll and things like that. So that comes in handy that way. I also have the 70-200. Now this is the version 2 from memory. Yeah, it is. And this is absolutely amazing. The reason why I'm still using EF lenses rather than the RF lenses that the Canon EOS R needs is because I've got the little adapter that can change it that's currently on my EOS R now, and it has an ND filter in it, so it's like absolutely amazing. I don't need to put an ND filter on the front of my lenses anymore. But the reason why I've picked the two f4 versions and this, like the 2.8 version 2, is they all have the same thread size on the end of their lenses. So the thread sizes from memory are 77 millimeters. Yeah, 77 millimeters. All the thread sizes on each of these lenses are exactly the same. So if you went out and bought each of these 3 lenses, you could put an ND filter on the end and it would work for every single one. But now that I have that little adapter, I actually don't need to do that anymore because there's an ND filter built in. Now this is one of my favorite things. This is the 2x EF extender, and it's the version 3. So what this does is it doubles any focal length that you have in any of your lenses. So your 24-70 will become like a 48 to 140 or whatever. So it'll just double anything. If you use your widest focal length on this lens, which is 70 millimeters, it doubles it to 140. If you use 200 millimeters, you get the point, it will double it to 400. So you could get this and you'll save yourself a whole lot of money because the 400 millimeter lenses are so expensive, but you can just chuck this on that and make it a 400 millimeter instantly. Now, next up is, this is like the actual ND filter that can go in my EOS R now that I'm filming on, and you can see you just turn this little wheel once it's like put in the side and it will, the reason why you use the ND filter, by the way, is to keep your shutter speed at double your frame rate. It just creates a perfect motion blur, and you'll just get more cinematic footage, and it looks a lot nicer than cranking the hell out of your shutter. So next up is this awesome thing. Now, whenever I go on holiday, I always take this camera bag with me, and it's just annoying that if I want to take, say, something else on my day trip, like one camera or maybe one lens or whatever, I take this little thing with me. This is an unfoldable backpack, so it packs down to be like this big, and you chuck it in your camera bag. And I'll use this for like grocery shopping a lot of the time and chuck my groceries in here or whatever while I'm on holiday or traveling. And you just unfold this and the little bag becomes a pocket, and it is like a backpack. Now this is made by Kathmandu. It's called a Pack and Go, and it's absolutely amazing. There's also cheap ones you can get on Amazon that are probably just as good. But yeah, I absolutely love those while traveling everywhere. So another thing that I take everywhere with me is this little RAV Power double charger. The reason why I use this over the Canon one is you can actually charge this by USB-C. So you can charge this in your car or anywhere, and it also charges 2 batteries. I think it does them simultaneously, not at the same time from memory. I'd have to check that. Maybe it does do them at the same time. But these are absolutely awesome. They pretty much make it so you can just charge your gear on the go rather than having to wait till you get home. Now this is the WD My Passport Wireless Pro. I use this with my iPad because it can connect through Wi-Fi, and you can pretty much just use it as a hard drive, except it's wireless. So I absolutely love this thing. I pretty much take that everywhere. And it's awesome now that iPads have let you use hard drives and things like that with the new update. So that's where I get to this point. Lately, I haven't been taking my laptop with me everywhere. I've just been taking my iPad. This is amazing for just jotting down video ideas, or even using LumaFusion, which is a video editor, and you can edit videos like insanely easy on this. Like, I've edited 4K footage on this and it hasn't even skipped at all. I'm running out of room here. This bottom bag is just for cleaning stuff. I've got a jet blower. I also have some microfiber cloths. What else is in here? I have a lens pen and a little sprayer. I've never actually used this. This just came with the kit. And I also have a brush. Now, I always recommend taking these everywhere. You never know when you're going to get something on the lens, and this is the safest way to get it off. It also comes with a little lens polish thing on the end. I've never really used those because every time I seem to use them, they're pretty hopeless. And what else do we have? Here I carry a little AUX cord. You never know when you're going to need that on the road. I also carry all my batteries, and I love these little bongo ties. They're like really good to just keep your cables and that tied up on all your chargers. It should be wrapped around this. A multi USB port. This is awesome to plug into your iPad or any other gear that you have. And you can also use it to plug in somewhere and then charge multiple things at once, which I absolutely love. That's just the cord from the wireless passport. And that is everything. That is literally what I carry around in my camera bag all the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave any comments down below or any questions you may have, and I'll answer them in the comment section, because that's normally where you put comments. Make sure you click a thumbs up because it really helps out my channel. Click subscribe and click the bell button next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified anytime I make a video. And I'm out.